Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to replace the side mirrors on your 2012 to 2018 Ford Focus. Alright, so first off, you're going to have this little tiny tweeter right here on the side door that you're going to have to take off first. So I would take your trim pry tool, go on the top right here and pop it out, and then go try to wedge it. If it doesn't work, use your hand. Wedge it in this lip right here. Pop it out. Move your way along. So once that's out, there is a little clip right here and the tweeter. Take that off. So next thing you want to do is unplug this cable. Just a little clip, and then you can pull it out. If you want to do anything regarding the mirror cover or turn indicators, that's when I would do these, when they're actually attached to the car. If not, then there are 3 T30 bolts that you need to take out to remove a mirror. One of them which is under here, and then the other one is past this molding right there. So I'm just going to be using my impact with the T30 Torx Bit or Star Bit, depending on what you call it. I'm going to come in here. So now your mirror is basically unattached. So now what you're going to do, there's a little lip at the top right here. You're just going to pull up and down, and voila, there's your side mirror. Alright, so one thing I would like to mention is that if you have a Focus that is not already equipped with heated mirrors, you can actually retrofit heated mirrors from another Focus onto your Focus. So if you are interested in that, I will make a video on that pretty shortly and then link it in the description. But yeah, that's how you take the mirror assembly out. It's the same thing for the other side. So if you are taking off the mirror cover or turn indicator on your Focus, you want to start by taking this clip out. Relatively easy, but it allows you to move the mirrors manually instead of with the power. Now if you do have power, you can just move the mirrors over. Alright, now that you got the mirror unplugged, you are going to want to move the mirror down manually, and it will expose 2 little clips up in the top right here. Kind of hard to see, but what you want to do in order to take the cover off is you want to stick your pick or whatever you're using in there, push down on the clip, and then pull out on the cover in order to release it. Now it will only go just a little bit out, but the clip will remain stuck as long as you pull it both out at the, or pull both ends out at the same time in the end. So let me get the other one out real quick. So basically when I pop this tab out and then stick the pick into that tab, I pull right here, and eventually it'll give loose to the point where you can just pull the cover itself off. So for the turn signal, there is a little tiny clip down in there, or you can even access it through that hole, where basically you have to stick your pick in that way and then pull that tab in, and then once you do that, the turn signal will actually pull out that way and you can take the turn signal out. one thing to note that as I've taken a few of these off, most of them have double-sided tape to actually hold the indicator in. So it might need a little bit of prying. I've already replaced mine with these tinted ones, so mine aren't double-sided taped in, but just one thing to note if you are having issues. So, like I said, I just stick this in and pushed basically this tab right here. I use this pick to push that inwards and then ripped this side out. It makes a little bit of a clicking noise, but it shouldn't break. This side has this little tab on it, so make sure not to pry from that side, or else you could risk breaking that tab and it won't stay in. Now this just like a little rubber seal where you can just pop that out. Normally it would have your light bulb right there, but these are LEDs, so it still has this style connector. But yeah, it's how you take the turn signals out of your focus. Another thing to note as you're putting everything back together, this clip for this turn signal might not want to pop back in depending on what turn signals you actually buy. And eventually it will work itself out, which I've had happen a few times. So when you're putting it in, just make sure you stick it in, kind of do what the reverse of what you would do if you were taking it out, and just make sure the clips popped into place. Putting the cover back on is relatively simple. The one thing you want to make sure not to do is break this tab off. I have actually broken the tab off this one time, just because it's kind of at a weird angle where you have to slide both ends in first and then kind of jimmy it on to the point where it'll actually sit flush with the mirror. It's not sitting flush with the mirror, you're kind of doing something wrong, but as long you just kind of, once you get sort of lined up, you just push down on this to where it'll go under the lip of the mirror. You push it on and then double check that the tabs are actually popped in place. Like, I don't know if you probably can't see, but on mine they aren't, so I'm gonna pull it forward and make sure that the tabs are back in place. Reinstallation for the mirror is pretty simple. You just have to put those 3 Torx Bits screws back in. Remember to put your little cap back in, and then your tweeter, you just need to plug that in first. Make sure tweeter's plugged back in. So that's in. And then you're basically going to want to make sure that that side's on first. Pop that in. And then pop these 2 clips back in. And bam, your mirror's back on. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to give me a like. If you happen to have any questions, I'll try to answer them in the comments below. Other than that, have a great day. Peace.